This is Indian Trail, North Carolina, and this is the Chestnut Parkway that has been finished for a couple months now and has yet to open. It goes from US 74 to Stallings Road, and it's right next to the Carolina courts. This parkway has been in the works for a while now, at a cost of about $1.2 million, and it still has yet to open up. And we'll just take a little walk down this corridor. The speed limit is set at 25, coming off of a major thoroughfare that cuts from Charlotte, North Carolina, and heads east towards Myrtle Beach, that direction. So we'll just take a little walk down to the corner. And over to the right of the parkway is the Chestnut Square Park, where they have volleyball, tennis, and a multi-use field. So one of the concerns we have about the Chestnut corridor, which will then continue over a railroad track, the funding for which has not been determined yet. As it stands right now, it comes to a T, and we have 4 lanes, but there are no turn lanes. So you'll have heavy traffic once it opens up for vehicles, which may include semi-trucks. And they'll be using this as a shortcut to avoid traffic on Indian Trail Road, especially during peak hours in the morning and in the evening. And to our right is the multi-purpose field. And this is due to open up in a couple of months. And apparently they have already tournaments scheduled for this location. And from the looks of it, the field doesn't really look like it would be very useful or very usable come opening time. So they'll have a lot of work ahead of them if they want it serviceable for tournaments. There's no seating arrangement, no bleachers of any kind, so people will have to bring their own chairs and stuff to be able to watch any of the tournaments. And then here you can see another angle of the Chestnut Corridor, which opens up to US 74. And we'll zoom in, take a look at that. And the traffic that you see down there is pretty typical for this time of day. But it will be bumper to bumper during peak hours in either direction. And then over here to the right is another road that was not on the original plan that was promoted to the public when they voted on this project in 2012. This area was supposed to be used for multi-purpose fields and another design over where the trees are located in the fountain. That's where the tennis courts and a nice walking path was supposed to be. They have one over there, but it's just disheveled gravel, and no one really uses it. This road, however, was paid with the funds for road improvements, and there was no road here previously, and it goes around the Chestnut Square Park, and the sign's right there, and it goes all the way to Stallings Road on the other side of Carolina Courts. And from what I understand, the funds were legally used to put this road here, and I'm going to find out how much that cost. So then we'll go back around and we'll show you some more of what they have in store for Indian Trail. We are on the other side of Chestnut Square Park, and this is the road that I told you about before that was paid by funds other than what was dedicated according to the park bond referendum. And that road, which comes out to the other side where I was standing before, was paid by Powell bill funds, which strictly mandates that current roads and sidewalks can be used for infrastructure improvements. And then over here we have a sign that says Future Community Park, your town tax dollars at work. And this is the field that currently remains vacant of 40 acres of land that has been passed for designated park area. And as we go further down the road that way, right after you get to the corner of the parkway, comes to a intersection there that will go straight and will eventually cross over a railroad track. And so this land area over here that would be at that intersection is proposed to be a town hall that they're currently debating on. But according to the parks bond referendum that was passed, there's supposed to be a community center. And so the question we have is whether or not it's legal for them to promote a parks bond, and its nomenclature says that they're going to build a community center on future parkland, and then decide to build a town hall instead. So we have a couple of questions there of the Chestnut Parkway. After having been completed a couple months now, why is it not open yet? Second thing is it legal for them to use designated funds from the Powell bill to build a road on a park, which plans were not, that did not include having a road in it. And then, can we legitimately build a town hall on a land use that was designated for a park and community center?